Some women do not need to be led. One of the biggest things that has never sat well with me when it comes to marriage and traditional marriage at that, since the beginning of my adulthood, when I really understood what a traditional marriage entailed and some of the respect and value pillars that went into a marriage, once I fully understood the dynamic of a traditional marriage, I knew I didn't want it. And it did not make sense to me why I needed to look for a man to lead me. Your man should lead you, the head of the house. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever, it is what it is at this point. Men are not good leaders in marriage. They can be great leaders in other things, but when it comes to marriage, they're not the best. Leading a household, they're not the best. But yet, women are supposed to be subject to that. And for some women, they are whole, happy, and fully independent. They do not need to be led. I was an independent baby. Let my mom tell the story. I've been independent since birth. I did not have to grow into my independence. I did not have to find it. I was literally born with it. And as I got more into life path numbers and all of that, if you guys know anything about that, I'm a life path number 1. So that makes sense. That's the independent path. I'm literally not meant to have partnership. And that's why I really wanted to do this channel, because I know there's other people out there that innately feel this way, but there's no outlet for us. I don't need to be led by anybody, let alone a man. Some women come into their own later. Some women do have to find their independence. Some women, unfortunately, are forced into independence because of certain circumstances, sped up the process to finding independence. But whenever that time comes, whatever age that time comes, where you realize and fully feel independent on your own, the idea of finding a man to lead you will feel more and more foreign and ridiculous. And you will find yourself gaslighting the crap out of yourself into thinking that that's the way it has to be and that's the way it should be. When you don't spend your earlier years in relationships, especially a long-term relationship, you're able to come into your independence a lot faster. And that's why statistics will show the longer a woman is single, the less likely she is to get married or remarried. Because once you realize that you do not need a man to lead you, you are whole on your own, you don't need partnership, marriage actually does not benefit you, divorce does, you stop seeking marriage. You start having to either gaslight yourself or literally force yourself into finding reasons to get married rather than reasons to stay single and live a full life single, which, newsflash, we're doing. Women like us, women like this, we're doing that. And it's beautiful. Living a full life on your own, full of friendships and love and lovers. Side note, I'm gonna do a video about this, but I saw something online. It said, bring back love affairs, bring back lovers, bring back a whirlwind romance that lasts for 3 months and ends. Not everything has to be leading to marriage. Bring back being whimsical and having fun. Everyone's so serious and dating to marry and looking for a man to lead them and give them guidance and stability and responsibility. And that thought process is a desperate young woman's game. When you get out of being desperate and you grow out of being young, you wouldn't dare look for a man to lead you. This is why older men go for younger women. Because the older you get and the longer you remain single, the more you realize you do not need to be led by another human being. If you're going to be led by anything and anyone, it's going to be God, it's going to be spirit, it's going to be source. It's not going to be another human being, let alone a man. We have to remember that marriage was framed and built under patriarchy and benefits patriarchal ideas and values and standards. Marriage was built by men for men. Marriage benefits men, divorce benefits women. And younger women that are listening to this, if you come across a man that is really marriage focused and really looking to get married, you have to really vet them and make sure that they are not fantasizing marriage, because they get to play into that power dynamic and feed into their ego of leading another person. They love that. They love the idea, they love the taste of it, they love it. Leading another woman, leading my woman, being the head of household, oh, my way the highway, what I say goes, they love that. And a lot of times, these men that are super pro marriage and will have that power trip with their ego when looking for a woman to marry are extremely Christian men that will be fantasizing about marriage because essentially they get to play God and lead their woman and save you. They get to play God. They love that. So beware of that. If you are 10 years younger or more, understand that you are probably being trained and molded to be exactly what that man wants you to be. And later on in life, you will see how dangerous that is. When you are on the outside looking in, you see how brainwashed that type of thinking is and how crazy it is. But when you're in it, it's hard to see. And so a lot of us, we don't need to be led. We are the leaders of ourselves. We are the leaders of our own households. And a lot of times we're even the leaders of our family. We do not need to be led by a man. Does that mean that we hate men? No. Does that mean that we don't respect them? No. It just literally means we do not need to be led by them. Side by side play at best, not follow the leader dynamic. With infants and toddlers, it's called side by side play. When they can't fully interact with each other yet, they just play side by side. No one's following the other. There's no hierarchy.